I know there are some muguns that will keep saying, and Baba Mohbad, and Baba Mohbad does not want justice. Baba Mohbad does not want to send Adura to jail. Baba Mohbad has been kinikan. Baba Mohbad is tired. Baba Mohbad is this. Baba Mohbad is this, is that. Those guys, they are just basking in their foolishness. They are basking in their foolishness. There is little that can be done when the government of the day have refused to allow justice to stand against Wunmi Adebanjo. There's absolutely nothing or less that can be done in that situation. And I've said this several times. 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 Because of the situation of things about the incident that led to the Mohbad death. It's not because they are not efficient. Because Baba Mohbad and Iya Mohbad are not together. That is not the reason. The only reason why the Lagos state have not done the right thing concerning the death of Mohbad is because of their alliance with the Oba. It's because of the alliance with the Oba. All of them, they are aware that Mohbad died as a result of Wunmi's actions. They are aware that Mohbad died as a result of Wunmi's action. That Wunmi killed that boy that man in the house. They knew. The useless police officer that came out and they were telling us nonsense about the fight at Ikorodu, about the injury on Mohbad's hands. Where are they today? Where are they today? If they were so assured that there was a fight at Ikorodu, why did they remove Prime Boy's name from those they claimed they wanted to prosecute in few weeks ago? If they are so sure that there was injury on Mohbad's hand, and he sustained that injury as a result of fist cuff he had with Prime Boy, why did they remove Prime Boy's name now from the people they claimed they wanted to prosecute few weeks ago? So they knew that they were selling us blatant lies. The police knew that they were selling us a wrong narrative, and they wanted to push it down our throats. The police knew that they were trying to put reality into lies for us to accept. So they knew there was no fight at Kodu. They knew Mohbad did not sustain any injury, and yet they knew that Mohbad was bleeding profusely. They need to call those, they need to call those useless police officers. They need to call them and call them now. Come around. Where were your brains when you were writing those rubbish? Now you have seen that no fight. Mohbad did not sustain injury. But you said he was bleeding profusely. So where did the blood now come from? They need to ask them questions, because it's as if those police officers, like, they have shallow brains. It's like they cannot, they are very stupid. It's like that the money they give to them has taken away their brains. So where was the bleeding from Mohbad? Where was it coming from? Because now Prime Boy has been exonerated by them, as they remove his name from those they intended to prosecute, Abi. So no fight with Prime Boy, no injury on Mohbad's side again as a result of fighting with Prime Boy. But Mohbad bled profusely. So where was that bleeding coming from? So that showed that truly there was a fight in Mohbad's house, and it was Wunmi that injured Mohbad, causing that bleeding profusely. So there was bleeding profusely as a result of Wunmi eating Mohbad and pushing him off the rail. So Wunmi injured Mohbad and sustained severe injury that cost his life. That is the bottom line. But these police, they call themselves police in Lagos State. They are evil. They are being influenced. Imagine, Mr. Yomi said, even this issue of video that was purportedly sent by Adura, that they said they could not relate it with Mohbad's death. Imagine. And somebody will tell me, man, that the police are working. That the police are working, and they are on the case. Well, don't mind that Yomi anyway. Yomi, at times when you listen to that Yomi, it's like you are listening to a comedian. At times when you listen to Yomi speak, it will just be as if you are listening. At times Yomi will make sense. Mr. Yomi will make sense when he talks. At times it will not even make any sense again. So it's either here or there. It's just like a river, flowing forward, flowing backward. At times his issues actually tiring. You understand? So they knew that truly Mohbad sustained an injury, bled profusely. They also knew that there was a soaked duvet They knew the duvet was soaked in that house. And yet, they could not arrest those that were in that house to account for that blood loss. Is that not wonderful? As foolish as those police officers were, they could not arrest those in that house to account for that bleeding. Abi? Okay, let's assume that you people did not know. Let's assume that you people did not know at first that there was no fight at Ikorodu. But now you have exempted Prime Boy from your list of intended prosecution, those who intend to prosecute. So are you not supposed to go back to the feed and now ask those people in that house that, okay, where was that bleeding coming from? That bleeding you people talk about. That bleeding Wunmi told you when you went to that house. Where was that bleeding coming from? That bleeding was not a menstruation. Was not a menstruation. You cannot say you saw a bleeding from a menstruation, and then that was bleeding profusely. Are you kidding me? Say you the 1 minute. Say you the 1 minute. What kind of rubbish menstruation is that? Even the one that did menstruation for 12 years will not soak a duvet in the Bible. So what kind of menstruation is that caused a soaked duvet, that caused bleeding profusely? So the brains of those police officers are supposed to tell them that now go back to that house and go and link up the issue of that bleeding with those in that house and find out what happened to this boy. Why was he bleeding profusely? So the young man, Mohbad, was attacked by Wunmi in the house. He was made unconscious, he was bleeding, and Mohbad was watched to die on the instruction of Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo, simple as ABC. Chemist was in front of Mohbad. Hospital was a stone thrown away. They could not carry him. They decided not to carry him. Not because they could not carry him, not because Mohbad was bigger than them, but they decided not to rescue him. The chief executioner, Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo, had penned Mohbad down for death. And when Mohbad was actually dying, she was there in that house. I knew some people might say, let us rush him, let us save him. We would have told them, leave him. If you come close to him, if you come close to him, I will deal with you. We must have told them that leave him there, don't touch him, leave him there, don't touch him. Until they watch him die. This daughter of a bitch, Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo, watch Mohbad die intentionally. Because he has lots to gain. In the case of homicide, in fact, in the case of any murder, those that will always be under the beam of investigation are those that have so much to gain from the death of that victim. And when you look at it from all ramifications, Wunmi and her family members, they are the ones that have everything to gain in Mohbad's death. Everything. God bless you, Gladiator. Blessed Aganta. They are the ones that have everything to gain. God bless you, Gladiator. Blessed Aganta. They have everything to gain in the death of Mohbad. It was not Baba Mohbad that have anything to gain in the death of Mohbad. Baba Mohbad does not even know where Mohbad's assets are. Even up to today. Emperor Joseph Aloba does not know where Mohbad's assets are till today. He does not know. Yeah. It is same Wunmi and her family members that have shielded, that they have surrounded Mohbad. They have strangulated him. They barricaded him from his father and his family members. They are the ones that know Mohbad's inflow and outflow of money. And that is why they are so happy that Mohbad eventually died. They are so happy. Because if in the past they are taken over by 90%, now that he's dead, they are totally in control of Mohbad's wealth and properties. So when you look at it to the north, to the south, west, and south, the greatest beneficiaries of Mohbad's death is Wunmi and her family. How is that difficult for these useless police officers to understand? If not that they are acting under the instructions that do not touch Wunmi. If not that they are acting under the instructions of do not touch Wunmi because she's a mother of a heir to the throne. Because on ló bí ọba lọ́la. Bí báwo la ṣe máa gbọ́ pé ọba lọ́la ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Pé ìyá ọba lọ́la ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. That was the instruction they must have given to those police officers. Bí báwo la ṣe máa gbọ́ pé ìyá ọba lọ́la ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Pé ìyá ọba lọ́la gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Ìyá ọba lọ́la gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Nígbà tó lórí burúkú ààrẹ tó dẹ̀ pa ọmọ lọ́mọ. Ṣé Mohbad kì í ṣe ọmọ èèyàn ni? Ẹ̀wọ̀n àwọn ohun tó ọmọ ẹ̀mọ́ lára. Wickedness of fire soda.
Yes.
That's wickedness of fire soda, sincerely. Wickedness of fire soda.
Oh, sorry,
so they took over everything. They took over everything. Abina. TV Queen Naomi is Mama Future King as well. And now she's in incarceration. But because this one had no male children. This one had no male children. So this one is the only one that bore male children for him. That is why he's so desperate. He's so desperate to make sure that women never go to jail. That is why he's so desperate to make sure that women never go to jail. It is Oba that is protecting Wunmi, nothing else. It is Oba that is protecting Wunmi. Forget about all these games on social media. Forget about it. It is not any game on social media that is protecting Wunmi. It is the Oba. Nothing to one new go to one pension. Oba gagan, on lower labeku, to one pelegun, on gagan, Oba gagan lower and be. Oba gagan is the one. Yes, that is Toysanam. The Lagos State Police knows the truth, of course, 100%. They know the truth. They know Mohbad now. Mama. That's why they were telling producer about the mistake the shell, but policeman today sobe na bomoti na jema kuna ni eto aso ngbo lo sin omo. That you say policeman that make that statement. Be mistake the waye baba lo sin omo yen. O na makan o ma kan ona. Bogo se nje tolon. E lo sin omo yen. Ya mistake the waye na lo sin omo yen. Ba to mo ti na ba ku mo una loju. Police officer to so yen baba Mohbad ni gegan fare. But don't tell about come on, you say, when you must suffer because of your money, bonus you must see your money. A video by Shalom Loki. You babo money, you build GP, but you be a Benala Biomo. The same way, but you Billy Yam, or not, you be Mohbad, or Modmelogan Liam, or Badi did that. When it's in a Baku, I feel good boju. Talk about Baku, I form a report. Body, who are like to go see any. Go see any from a buy at the Pamoloju. A one could come out of your mother, then you bishop. A pretty Dalmate be already. A pretty Dalmate be already. A medical bishop, a don't pay a maja, a gabe. At Wunmi, to Mohbad. At Yoba, to be just to be willing. At Yamolopa, to show Buku. I go around to let you Wunmi. A pretty down already. A fee to by Joe Lopa Mohbad loco. A fee to me bag my Wukuto Pamobadi. A fee to Mohbad about Kusinule to me one beloku. A fee to me about Juasofun. Sino Sari Mohbad loco. Except if Mohbad did not kill Wunmi, if Wunmi did not kill Mohbad. Except if Wunmi was not there when Mohbad died. Except if Wunmi did not know how Mohbad died. Yeah. Except if Wunmi did not know. Except that's the only thing that can remove that curses upon all of you that you are supporting with me. You understand? Except, I'm telling you the truth. Wunmi pa Mohbad tán, ó pa tán for more than 24 hours. Kó tó wá pè bàbá ẹ̀. That was the man that was responsible for the upkeep for everything concerning Mohbad until Wunmi came into the life of Mohbad. That was the man that played the motherly role for Mohbad. Ó ṣe bàbá, ó tún ṣe ìyá fọ́mọ yẹn. Wunmi pa tán. You people remove all the evidences. You clean everywhere. You remove CCTV. You remove everything that you wanted to remove. You came into the house with your spiritual fathers. You fortified the whole house with juju and everything. You made the idiots in that house to swear to an oath, to make covenant. You threatened them. You inflated them with money. You gave them fake promises and all that. You finished everything. You went to get white cloth. You sew that white cloth to Mohbad's size. You have not told Baba about anything. You did not tell him that the boy has died at that time. You didn't tell him. You sew a cloth for him. Wunmi, you went to Babalawo. You got a white cloth. You got ado. You got everything. You got it ready. You called the Afa. You called the lawyer. You called all of them. All of them were in that house. Before you now called Emperor Joseph Aloba. Only God knew what was your plan. Maybe you wanted to burn Mohbad's body before. Wunmi, after you killed him. You did not intend to call Emperor Joseph Aloba. Because you knew that the man will not buy into your lies easily. So you did not intend to even call him at all. Maybe it was someone that just told you, Wunmi, you cannot do that too. So you wanted to burn Mohbad's body. Or you wanted to bury him without his father. So that you now come out and say, Mohbad went out. You know he was having mental problem. So he went out and he never came back. That's what you tried. That was what you could have told. You would have told the public. That Mohbad went out and he never came back. And you know he was having mental problem. So he went out. When he went out, we did not see him come back. They will not know that you had buried him. Then the tradition here. I knew you had a plan. Yeah, so he got everything ready. You now called him. And that was why Yatunde, you sent Yatunde to go with Mohbad, to go and call him. Because you are not certain of what Mohbad will do. You are afraid that Mohbad might not buy into your plans. And that was why Yatunde to be telling Mohbad, so Yatunde followed Mohbad to go and meet Baba Mohbad. Because he did not want Mohbad to tell Baba Mohbad anything. If your hands were clean, what were you afraid of, Wunmi? Sit at the banjo. If you are not the one that killed Mohbad, why did you throw white cloth into the grave? Wunmi, if you are not the one that killed Mohbad, why did you refuse to give his father doctor's report concerning his death? Wunmi, sit at the banjo. If you are not the one that killed Mohbad, why did you take the body home when you were advised from the hospital to take that body to mortuary? For the hospital to have told you to take Mohbad's body to mortuary, it meant they had given you the certificate that was needed to drop that body in the mortuary. So you had all the documents with you. But you hid it because you did not want your secret to be open. You knew by the time they check Mohbad's body, they will see the lacerated part. They will see the injury. They will see where you hit him with the hard object. They will see the injury inflicted upon him. That's why you don't want the body to be kept. So you had consulted the Oba. They said you call Sam Larry. So it was Sam Larry you called straight. Because you knew it was Sam Larry. After the Sam Larry, the person, nyama nyama. After the Sam Larry, the person, nyama nyama, to the bayi eje, to the kaise ni kakuka, to the person nyama nyama. Sam Larry be for ba. Oba no wa jaje kun Sam Larry. So you know, after the to take part of Sam Larry straight. Ó di ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Ó di ṣẹlẹ̀, nǹkan báyìí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Mohbad ni o, ó lọ fẹ́ pa ọmọ yìí ni o. Onigi la jonja ni o, nigi ka ṣẹlẹ̀ sí o, iya kidika o ti kú báyìí o. You knew that it would Ọba, ó mọ̀ pé tí wọ́n gan fún ara ẹ bá pe Ọba lè máa gbé kọ́lẹ̀ nítorí Ọba wà pẹ̀lú ìyàwó ẹ̀. Yes, wọ́n ti bá ilé iṣẹ́ Wunmi jẹ́. Guess my laughter stuff. Wọ́n ti bá ilé iṣẹ́ jẹ́. Àjẹkù. So you knew that pé tó bá pe Ọba fún ara ẹ, Ọba òjò lè gbé kọ́lẹ̀ nítorí àgbésùn lásán. You are just one night stand. You are just any lásán yẹn. Ọba recognize it normally at that level. Ọba recognize it. Mo sure pé bóyá I'm so sure pé you would have told Ọba pé lóyún. Tọ́ba ti máa ní pé no. Má mi fẹ́ kò sí nǹkan tó kẹ́ pẹ̀lú oyún o. Má bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ oyún rárá. Má bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ oyún. Àwọn ìyálé ẹ̀ wà nílé o. Mo ní ìyàwó méjì sílé. Mo ní ìyàwó mẹ́ta sílé. Má bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ oyún kankan o. Ọba ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún ẹ. So bóyá when you now told Ọba pé ọmọkùnrin mà ló wà ń bẹ, that was when Ọba now started taking you serious. Nítorí Ọba ti mọ̀ pé you are aṣẹ́wó. Ó ti mọ̀ pé everybody ló ń dú ẹ kiri, ló ń bá ẹ̀sùn káàkiri. Tí màá yẹ pé Ọba gan lójútì, tí màá yẹ pé Ọba gan ti ya wèrè. Tí màá yẹ pé Ọba gan adé gan kàn rí anyhow. Tí màá yẹ pé political king ni wọ́n fọba jẹ. Kí ló yẹ kó bá wá dé ọ̀dọ́ wíwọ̀ yìí? Tí màá yẹ pé Ọba yẹn gan kò ní lárí. Ọba ò lójútì. Ọba yẹn ò ní yìí. Kí ló yẹ kí Ọba gan wá dé ọ̀dọ́ wíwọ̀ yìí? So nígbà tí Ọba tí Sam Larry did everything with you, Sam Larry pass it on to the Ọba. Ọba ló wá débẹ̀. Ọba ló wá débẹ̀. Ọba ló wá débẹ̀, Ọba ló wá ṣe kíní ẹ̀. Just a minute. Ó ní nǹkan ló sáré ṣe ń bẹ̀. Just a minute.
Yeah.
So
Happy moments with family. Send money to loved ones with remitting.
So
and subscribe to this channel.
So it was Sam Larry that contacted Ọba for you.
Hello guys, it's Kelly's TV. If you are near your work or manufacturing.
So it was Ọba that now contacted. It was Sam Larry that now contacted Ọba for you that ó di ṣẹlẹ̀ o. This is so.